Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki. If this is your first time here, I am known as the One-Handed Bandit here on YouTube, and today I am just coming back on camera. I haven't uploaded a video in a few weeks. This is my first time this year, so happy new year to all of you. So I just wanted to do maybe a get ready with me. It is Friday and I'm about to go out and run some errands, so I decided to flip on the camera and just come on and do a get ready with me, because I do plan on being more consistent with my channel this year. Last year wasn't too bad. It was just the end of the year, the last 3 months, where I started to upload kind of sporadically due to some technical issues and some other things, but I'm going to absolutely be more consistent. If you aren't following me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is The Real One-Handed Bandit, and on my Instagram I do post every single day. I do post my makeup looks on there every day. I have been trying to get myself out there and get more exposure, so I've been really consistent with that, but that just leaves me to lack here on this platform. So for 2020 I do plan on being more consistent on both platforms. So I'm just gonna get started with my makeup. I've already done my brows off camera. My brow routine is pretty much still the same. So for my brow routine, the products that I use my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is in the shade 4.5. I just use that to outline my brows, and to fill in I use my ColourPop pomade, and this is in the shade Granite, and I just fill that in. My concealer is Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer. It's a really long name, but I use the shade Butterscotch under my brows, and over my brows I like to use my foundation. So the foundation that I am using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, which I love. I have dry skin, and my skin lately, I would say the past 2 weeks, has been super duper dry. I have just been, because my skin routine, I love the Ola Henriksen line of products, and I've been using them. However, because I just haven't been feeling well, so I just been lacking on my skincare, hence this little girl here that just popped up on my chin. I just haven't been, taking care of my skin, so that's how I got this, and my skin has been super dry. So what I've been doing is at night I pack on my Pond's moisturizer at night, and during the daytime when I'm doing my makeup I use my Ola Henriksen double moisturizer. I use that, and then I also go over my face with dewy finishing spray. So I'm just gonna stop rambling with all of that, but I did prime my eyes with the P. Louise base, and I wanted to come on camera and just, because this is the first video of the year, I haven't been on camera for a while, I just wanted to bring you all some new products. But I am still currently waiting for FedEx to deliver my package, and they have not arrived yet. They'll probably come in the middle of me doing this video, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So for my eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Norvina palette. This is the volume 1. This is the first one that she came out with. That's this one. And I'm just gonna do something simple, nothing too dramatic. And I'm just gonna make sure that that base is all blended out so that there isn't any creasing. So the products that I wanted to use in today's videos was, of course, the Fenty Snap Shadows. I did order those and I wanted to come on camera and just do a look with those. I know everyone has been uploading videos with those shadows, so I just wanted to test them out for myself. But I'm just gonna dive into this palette, and the first shade I'm going to use is more of this camel shade right here, which is E3. And I'm just going to add that to my transition. So I've been doing my eye makeup a little different lately because I have hooded lids. I've just been bringing the product up more because when you relax your face, you're not able to see the shadow. So I've just been relaxing my face like this and bringing the shadows up much higher. So I plan to bring you all more of these talk through videos. I know I am a little bit on the shy side, and on YouTube that shy stuff does not work. So in order for me to be more successful, I do have to come on camera and talk to people, because I know me personally, when I'm watching YouTube, I prefer videos where the person is talking to me and they're like, hey girl, and this and that, and it feels more personable. So I want my channel to be more like that as well. So that is what I am going to be aiming for in the future. So now that that's all blended out, I'm going to use the same brush. I just wiped it off here on my towel that I keep down here. And for my lid shade, just gonna, I like when people do looks and they incorporate the look in the same palette. I can't stand when people use 3, 4, 5 different palettes to create one look, because that means I would have to buy all 3, 4, 5 of those palettes. I prefer if you keep it to a minimum of 2 palettes. So me personally, on my channel, I do try my best to do all my looks within the same palette. So I'm going to use this. This is more of a purple shade. This is the shade C4. That's this one right here. And I'm going to add that all over my lid. You see how pigmented that this is? I do believe I've used this palette before on my channel. I don't remember, or if it wasn't on my channel, it was definitely on my Instagram. So make sure you follow me on my Instagram. I do post every single day. So now that I have this shadow all blended out, well, it's more packed on, and I'm just going to begin blending so that it transitions nicely. So like I stated, my Sephora package was gonna arrive while I was recording this video, and as I was putting on my lashes, I get my package. However, everything that I wanted to use in my video was not included in the package. I got some random miscellaneous stuff that I did not order, so I have to contact Sephora to let them know that I didn't receive what I ordered. So I'm going to just continue on with what I have. But so as I mentioned, my skin is very dry, so I've already moisturized my skin before I turned on the camera, and as you can probably tell, it does look a little dry again. So I picked up the Milk Makeup Moisturizer. This is the mini. I decided to just get the mini in case I liked it, and then I can just go ahead and purchase the full size just as soon as this is done. So this is, let's see, It is the mini size, and I wanted the mini just for travel purposes. Normally I have my big jar at home that I can use. I don't remember how many ounces this is, but it's just a small little travel size. So I'm just going to see how this feels on my skin. So it has this little top on it, and I'm just gonna take that off. And I'm just gonna use the product that's on the back of the cap. If you can't tell, my skin is literally drinking up this moisturizer. It feels good on the skin. This is definitely a winter moisturizer. I would not wear this in the summer. I think it's a little too heavy for my taste. I'm just gonna add some eye cream, and you can probably tell under my eye there is quite a few wrinkles. So I'm going to use my Ola Henriksen Bright Eye Cream, and this is just more than enough for 2 eyes. And you want to be careful with your under eye area and just lightly tap. And for primer, I'm just going to use everyone's favorite Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I think this should work well with their moisturizer as well. So just take a little bit. So I've had this foundation for quite a while. It's just that I've never used it on my channel. I did use it on Instagram. I know you guys are tired of me mentioning Instagram, but that's where I'm most active, and that's where I post all of my makeup looks, and I give details about the products as well. So the foundation I'm going to be using is the Pat McGrath Skin Finish, and I am in the shade Deep 24. So how I like to pump out my foundations, I like to just take a flat brush and I just do a little bit on the brush and apply it to my face. And this, you have to be quick because this foundation is watery, so you don't want it dripping. Now this wasn't a lot of people's favorite foundation for the summer, and I do believe that is because some people had textured skin and things like that. I don't. I mean, I just have a few breakouts and a lot of dryness, but other than that, my skin isn't very textured. So I'm just going to blend that out with my NYX foundation brush. Now with this scar on my forehead, I do have to go in with a few layers of foundation to get full coverage because this is more of a medium buildable foundation. So as you can see, a tiny bit more of foundation gave me a much better coverage on my scar. I am going to use my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Butterscotch. So now that I have that all blended out, I'm going to set my under eye with my Airspun powder, and I'm just using this because, you know, this works well with dry skin. And I'm just going to take that on a Laura Mercier powder puff. So now that that is set, I'm gonna set the rest of my face, and I'll be using my Jouer Cosmetics Hydrate Plus Set Powder, and this is in the shade Deep. I notice a lot of people lately do not add a lot of product to their forehead anymore, but because I have a scar, I have to add powder. I wish I didn't have to, but I have to add some type of product up there so that I can have an even skin tone. I'm going to contour my nose. I love contouring my nose. I'm going to be using the Prime Beauty bronzer, and this is in the shade Bronzeville. And this is just what it looks like. And I'm just going to add a little bit of bronzer to my cheeks as well. So now that I've added the bronzer, I'm going to use this Sephora palette. It is the Trio face palette, and it looks like this. So it has a shade that is supposed to be a bronzer, but it will more than likely be a blush on me. So it has this shade here, and then I'll be using this shade as a highlight. I might mix the two. Let's see. So I'm going to add the blush shade. Oh, it's pigmented. So because I was heavy-handed with that blush, I'm going to just go over that with my my powder brush. Actually, I'm going to take that blush shade. I'm just going to add that to my lower lash line. It's very similar to the color I have on my lid. This blush is very pigmented, so I do recommend a very, very light hand. Just go as light as possible, and then you can build it up to your preference. I'm going to add a little bit of hydration, and to set my face, I'm going to use the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. Just going to shake it up. I love when my skin is hydrated like this because it really hurts when you smile and, you know, things like that. Your face, it feels like it's going to crack. So I'm just going to add some highlight. And like I mentioned, I'm just going to mix the two highlighters. So I'm going to start with this one and we'll see how that looks. And then I can add this one on top. I think this one is fine by itself. It gives me a dewy, wet skin look. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that highlighter to my brow bone. Okay, so now that I'm almost ready, I'm going to add just that, a little bit of that highlighter in my inner tear duct. I love the way that it looks. It makes my skin look very dewy. So now that I have that applied, I'm just going to apply my lip. And I think for today, I'm just going to use a gloss since I'm not doing anything other than running some errands and probably going to Sephora. So this is the Artist Couture Shameless lip gloss. So this is one of the things I love about Artist Couture's lip glosses. It's just that for deeper skin tones, you don't have to add a liner to most of their products. I have this one, and I also have Uncensored 2.0. And that one is also a very nice nude for deeper skin tones as well. And with that one, I don't use a liner with that one either. Sometimes I do add a liner just to add a little dimension to my lips, but normally I go without a liner. And these glosses, they do have more of a, I would say like a minty feeling to it. But I love these glosses, and there are other ones that had glitter in them. I have 3 of those, and I think they have 1 or 2 more glosses in their collection that was released this summer. And I think I'm going to pick up that 3rd one. It's a deeper purple. It's probably the shade of my eyeshadow, maybe a tad bit lighter. And I think I'm going to pick that one up as well because so far I have loved everything that I have purchased from Artist Couture. But enough about that. With the products that I used today, I did enjoy this milk moisturizer. And with all the products that I used in conjunction with each other, it seems like everything worked. You know, they all worked together to give me this look. Sometimes when you use certain products, they don't work well together, and then that's what gives you that off makeup look. You know, everything doesn't look well together. And other than me screwing up my contour, I like this look today, and I hope that you do too. But that is it for today's video. I hope that you all have enjoyed. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe down below, and tell me if you've tried any of these products. If you tried the milk moisturizer, the Pat McGrath foundation, or the Sephora face trio. Leave me some comments down below, and I will see you in my next video.